Well, welcome to Scheuring Speed Sports. I'm Steve Scheuring. I'm going to give you a little tour of what we got going on inside of our race shop. We're in Aurora, Minnesota. We have a 22-acre facility here, one of the premier snowcross testing facilities in the world. Our own test track, our own testing capabilities, and I'll show you what happens inside. So this is where some of the magic happens. We're in between races. We're getting sleds taken apart, repairing parts, building for next week of racing. I'm going to go out and do a little testing and riding today. Elliot and the crew are working on the snowmobiles. The drivers are preparing the track. It's going to be another fun day here.
I'm Elliot Burns, lead mechanic here at Scheuring Speed Sports, and today we're going to give you a little walkthrough of what our race shop is like. The first little area here, most of our suspension stuff, everything gets done here. Got a specific vise with jaws made for clamping shock shafts and bodies and not to mar them up or anything. And as we look across, we have our layout of some other shocks we're working on. Mostly just toolboxes and the aspects we need on that side. We have a few of our race machines. We just got back working on some prep, getting them cleaned up, ready to move on to the next round, figuring out what's been broken, where we need to be going forward to be better, and apply that to the test track. As we get down into the fabricating, machining department, a belt disc sander, very handy piece of equipment to have in a shop. And we have a turning lathe, and we had a little bet in the shop that we guarantee we use this thing at least every day, and that always leads to be true. This thing gets run every day. We have a milling machine here in the corner. Very nice, handy piece of equipment. Anything we need to do to make our stuff better, faster, stronger, we're able to get it done on one of these two pieces of equipment. Nice vertical bandsaw, handy. Just one of those shop pieces that always comes in handy. And a lot of our engine stuff gets done here. Fortunately, there's no engines here today other than that one. And we have our welder over here. That's probably the shy of the lathe. That's the most important piece because that's like the hot glue gun that keeps this baby running. Here's a glimpse of our parts overflow room. Whether it's our shocks, we have extra studs, carbides, belts, springs, tunnel traction, everything we need to keep the race sleds going, keep everything around this shop going. We have our shelf full of all of our AMSOIL products, cleaners, oils, lubricants, everything we need to keep the race sleds, the groomers, the semis, everything on this property, keep it moving.
Hey guys, I'm Hunter Patnode, pro snowcross racer for Scheuring Speed Sports, and today we're going to take a look inside the race trailer. So as you can see behind me, there's a little lounge up there for the mechanics, and that's kind of where we eat all of our lunch on the race days. And then actually directly above me is another rider's lounge for Logan and I to, between races to just kind of chill out a little bit and relax in between races. And just kind of do whatever our pre-race rituals are, just hang out. So behind me, this is where the sleds will go during the race day. The mechanics we just have two in here, so there's plenty of room back there. The mechanics will work on each of them. They'll each go onto a lift, and then, Steve Thorson will do whatever he has to do to the clutches, whether it's take them off, change parts, just clean them. Elliot will do whatever he has to do with shocks, whether that's, rebuilding those or anything like that. And then back here is this is where all the tools hang out. So we got all the power tools, welder, there's a sander in that cabinet too. Pretty much every single tool in different parts that you'd need, that are firsthand to grab for the sled. Everything you would need, that's what we have back here. This is where Elliot will do any work on the shocks. It's got the built-in drain pan, and then this is kind of our home away from home on a race weekend, and this is where all the work gets done. And all the guys this is where they live.
Hey guys, Logan Christian here, number 43 for Scheuring Speed Sports. We're outside the shop here at the practice track. Kind of showing that off a little bit. We've got the track right here along the side. We've got two 90-degree corners and a big bowl 180 over there. Can really critique the track to how we want. Steve's out here every morning in the dozer. Hunter and I each got our own groomers to make the track how we want. If we had a weekend where we feel like we really got to work on something, or we know the track we're going to is going to have a specific corner jump combo that we really want to work on for that weekend. Right here we're on the start line, so we can practice our starts, do some clutching and some pipe testing, and figure out what's going to work best for the upcoming weekend. We've got a lot here to work with. There's a pond. Steve's got 6 snow guns here that come October we're blowing snow and making snow for early preseason testing, and it keeps us going all winter long. Between races, we've got a quick break here and we're still gonna ride and get some more testing in. So it's a really nice setup and it works awesome for this.
Welcome to my office. Come on in and I'll give you a little overview of what I do in a complete season. So in racing, there's really no end of the season, start of another one. It's a constant. We'll finish up the season middle of April. We'll start the next season the day after. In addition to doing the snowcross racing, we do the side-by-side racing. So we're a year-round racing team. Springtime, people go, oh, I suppose you've got nothing to do now. And I'm like, oh, if you only knew what I was doing. You know, we're doing contracts, we're doing deals with drivers, we're doing postmortems on what happened last year, what do we need to improve on. We're building parts, we're testing for next year, in addition to get ready for the side-by-side. So it's like all hands on deck every day here. It never stops. You know, we have to have our clothing designed by July 4th. We have to have lead time on snowmobiles. So everything is a lot of predictive abilities on my part to get that to happen. I'm a very hands-on team owner. You know, not only do I take care of the paperwork crap, and it looks like a bomb went off, and I'd say, well, normally it's cleaner than this, but that would be a lie. This is not the area I really like spending time in, although it's important. I mean, in addition to doing the paperwork and running the team, I also help share driving the truck, and on race weekends I collect all the data for the race snowmobiles and do the technical side with the computers on the snowmobiles and do the logistics, make sure everybody's got motels, we have places to eat, everybody has vehicles for getting to where we need to, so it's constantly organizing, it's constantly staying ahead. And fortunately, every year you do this, you get a little better barometer of what you need to do. You know, fortunately, after 25 years, I'm starting to get the hang of it. So as you've seen today, it's a very busy shop, a lot of moving parts getting ready for the next race, and I have to get back to work.